Good afternoon, Calvary family. It is good to see you today. A beautiful day in the city once again, and we are taking a little bit of adventure. We had some errands to run and some things to take care of throughout the city today, and so we chose this place. I wonder if you might recognize it. We actually found it a couple of years ago, just kind of stumbled on it, didn't know it was actually here, and but a very stunning view, but also a very good reminder of the history of our country and lives that were lost, lives that were given for our freedoms that we actually have. Well, today I want to take a moment and look in the book of Jeremiah. We're picking up on Jeremiah chapter 24 and chapter 25. In Jeremiah chapter 24, there's a vision that takes place. A vision that God gives to Jeremiah is a vision of two baskets of figs that are be placed in front of the temple. One of the baskets of figs, good figs. One of the basket of figs are bad figs. The good figs are a representation of the people who surrender to the Babylonians, to Nebuchadnezzar. And they go into captivity, and the Bible talks about their prosperity. God will watch over them and will actually bring them to the land once again so that they might flourish in that land once again. The bad figs, as you can guess, it is Zedekiah and those who refuse to surrender and those who scatter. The Bible says that God will actually drive them away, that they will be slaughtered, that they will be killed, that they will not return to the land in the future. Kind of an interesting vision, very short chapter, but once again, Jeremiah is speaking to the king and giving him warning, telling him if he would just surrender to the Babylonians that they would survive. Well, the next chapter goes on, and it's a chapter, what I would call a chapter of numbers. The first number is the number of 23. And there it talks about Jeremiah for 23 years has been going to the king Jehoiakim, son of Josiah, and warning him and telling him, turn back to God. And this is amazing. Over almost a quarter of a century that God continues to plead with the people and drawing them back, come back, worship me, and I will bless you. I will watch over you. I'll protect you. But Jeremiah says, for 23 years you rejected, you would not hear, you disobeyed, and as a result of that, judgment is going to come upon you. And judgment is going to be brought in that there will be derision, that there will be a horror to the nations, that they will be despised, rejected, mocked, made fun of, and so forth because of their destruction that they face. The next number that shows up in the chapter is the number 70. And this is the first time I think that we see this in the book. 70 years of captivity because of the people refusing to worship God and God alone. And they're under the captivity of the Babylonians. Interesting enough, the Bible describes Nebuchadnezzar as the servant of God, not because he was one who worshiped God, but because he was God's tool to bring about the judgment to the people. The next number that we see is the number 25. Now think about this. Jeremiah is to go to 25 plus kings and basically tell them God is bringing judgment upon you. I cannot imagine that Jeremiah was a very popular guy. But he does this, and he takes it to these kings. And all of this is to come back to this place to say that the God of Israel, the God of Judah, is the one true God, the living God. And he will demonstrate his power over all these nations, over all these kings who have refused to worship God as the one true God. Well, again, imagine Jeremiah in his situation. We're going to pick up in the next time we get together and see some of the things that he faces because of these strong words that he actually says. But take a look at Jeremiah chapter 24 and Jeremiah chapter 25 and see if you can pick up on some of those themes as well. Take care, have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon.